All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the ministry of Master who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Brother Boaz coming with you with another live lesson. The end is come, okay? It watches for thee. It is come. The end of this so-called white man's rulership is basically it's already there. You see the signs, okay? You can see the so-called white man's not going to rebound this thing. They're trying everything they can to rebound this thing, but you see the so-called white man is over, okay? Now, if you could repent and come back, if Yahweh Shah allows you to come back into the fold, for he is a merciful God. He will not reject you, okay? So we all see what this is amounting to, okay? It all comes down to this, okay? The so-called white man rulership is over already, okay? You gotta come to grips with it. This is what the Bible was conveying with these scriptures, that the so-called white man's rulership is going to come to an end. Okay, one moment. We already knew it was going to come to pass, okay? We knew it was going to come to pass, okay? So it's not like it's a big shock. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows, okay? So Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the one that follows, okay? And we all see what's happening with this mass, okay? This mass kingdom is going down, okay? You can see it's going down. Okay, they're going to do a Black Swan event. They're going to pull the internet. They're going to pull your lights. They're going to pull your power, okay? Then they're going to leave it off for several months. And you know what you need to have if you want to come back into the fold of things, okay? You betcha the MOCB, you're going to have it, okay? But that's when we say, the hell with you, okay? That's what the elect men and women and children are going to say. They're going to keep their posture, okay? When this thing goes down, they're going to keep their posture. Okay, so once again, we see this white man, his rulership has come to an end, okay? It's finally come to an end, okay? So we need to come back to Yahweh Shai if he allows us to come back. Ezekiel 7, verse 2. Also, thou son of man, thus said Yahweh power unto the land of Israel, and end is come upon the four corners of the land. Okay, so the end is come, okay, upon the so-called white man's rulership. Come over here to the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 5. They have come from the far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. What land? America, okay? To destroy the whole land. America's going to be destroyed, okay? So if you could come back, okay, if Yahweh Shah allows you to come back, okay, that's what this is about. Okay, the so-called white man's rulership is over already. Okay, he's trying to piece together his kingdom. Okay, he's gonna fight for his kingdom when Yahweh Shai comes back, but he's gonna get annihilated when that time comes. Back to the book of Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 3. Now is the end is come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and my judge, and I will judge thee according to the ways, and will recompense thee all those abominations. And my eyes shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense those ways upon thee, and those abominations shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. Thus said Yahweh, power of and evil is only evil. Behold, is come. An end is come, the end is come, and watches for thee. Behold, it is come. The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come. The day of trouble is near, and not the sound again of on the mountains. Okay. Come over here to the book of Corinthians. Book of Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 24. Let's go over to 23. But every man in his own order, Christ the first fruits, after that they that are Christ at his coming. Then comes the end. Okay, that's it. Once the elect are sealed, once we already have Christ, then comes the end. Okay, that's what this is about. Then comes the end. Okay, destruction to the so-called white man's kingdom. Okay, destruction unto his kingdom. Then comes the end. Then comes the end when he have delivered up the kingdom of power. Now, even now, the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and authority and power, for he must reign till he have put all enemies under his feet. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. For he hath put all things under his feet, but when he hath all things put under his feet, it manifested that he accepts which did put all things under him. Okay, so that's what this is about. That's what this is all about, okay? The destruction of this man's rule. And one more. Let's go to the book of Peter. The book of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch and pray. And above all, have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover a multitude of sins. Seven verse 5. The book, going back to the book of Ezekiel. Thus said Yahweh power, an end and only an end, behold, is come. An end is come, behold, the end is come. It watches for thee, behold, it is come. The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come, the day of trouble is near, and not the sound again of the mountains. Now that I surely will pour out my fury upon thee and accomplish my anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways, and I will recompense thee for thy abominations. Okay, idol worship. Okay, very heavy into idol worship. Okay, which is Satanism. 7 verse 9. Thou my eyes and my eyes may not spare, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways, in which those abominations that is in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh that smiteth. Behold the day, behold is come, the morning is gone forth, the rod has blossomed, pride has budded, violence has raised up into the rod of wickedness. None of them shall remain, nor of their multitude of any of theirs, neither shall one moment. Neither shall there be welling for them. The time is come, the day draws near, neither the buyer rejoice nor the seller mourn. For wrath is come upon the whole multitude, for the seller shall not return to that which is sold, although they were yet alive. For the vision touches the whole multitude thereof, which shall see, which shall not return, neither shall any strengthen himself in his iniquity. They have blown the trumpet, even to make ready, but none goes to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitude. Okay, so the wrath is going to be upon everybody. Yahweh Shai's wrath is going to be upon everybody, except those elect men. But the elected, they're going to catch hell too. Might as well catch hell for doing the right thing. The book of Ezekiel 7, verse 15. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that dwells in the field shall die with the sword, and with that is in those city, famine and pestilence shall devour. But they that escape upon them shall escape, and shall be upon the mountains like a dove of the valley of all that mourn, every one for his iniquity. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. So we see here, instant urinate on yourself already, okay? When these thermonuclear weapons get detonated, instant urinate on yourself already. destruction already, okay? That's what this is about. When those thermonuclear weapons get detonated, every knee gonna be wet with water and every hand feeble, okay? The destruction, the Bible saying the same thing over and over, repetitive. Then shall you also grip themselves with sackcloth, and with horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon their faces, and baldness upon their heads. Shame shall be upon us, and baldness that represents shame. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall douse. Silver shall, and their gold shall not be able to deliver them. And in the day of Yahweh's wrath, they shall not satisfy their souls, neither shall their bowels be. It is a stumbling block for their iniquity. And on that note, I call it there. All praises to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the men of GM Master rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.